Hey, so you want to sound more native. You can do this. Even if you're intermediate and not advanced yet, there are some simple ways that you can sound a lot more like a native English speaker. Let me give you some tips. And first of all, I'll introduce myself. My name is Burton Langell. I've taught hundreds of IT and business professionals how to do better in their careers using good English communications. Before that, I was in business for over 30 years, high-level business, and owned a number of companies and actually co-founded a multi-billion-dollar company. These tips are going to make a difference for you. First of all, I'd like to talk about intonation. How do we pronounce our words? What parts of our words do we emphasize? There are a few simple rules for this, such as in nouns and adjectives. If it's 2 syllables, generally we pronounce the first syllable. If it's a verb or an adverb, 2 syllables, we pronounce the last syllable. If it's a longer word, typically it's the 3rd syllable from the end. And if it ends with I-O-N, T-I-O-N, or S-I-O-N, then it's the 2nd syllable from the end. To do this exercise, I'd say get a list of 18-20 sentences from ChatGPT with the syllables that we emphasize underlined and the words in the sentence that is underlined. And the words we emphasize are the information words, the words that the nouns, the adjectives, the adverbs, verbs, the words that give you important information. And typically the prepositions and articles and that we don't emphasize much. Why is intonation so important? Well, that's what we expect to hear and we're listening to. And if it's not quite right, it says, that's not English. This is easily corrected. This is not a biggie. It might sound like a biggie to you, but it's not. A little bit of practice and just repeat it. Exercises like that will quickly adjust your practice. You will build new neural networks in your mind and they'll just come to you naturally once you get in the habit. Now the next thing, before you're entering an English meeting, interview, or any time when you know you'll be speaking English, go somewhere and read out loud. Read out loud for 5-6 minutes. This will really get your pronunciation up and it will open your English mind. I see such a difference when my students read a couple paragraphs aloud before we get into a lesson. Now the next thing I would like you to do is, if you watch episodes of, say, The Office or Friends or something, pick a character out who's about your age and sex and try to mimic what they say. Just get that rhythm down. You can do that. It's get in front of a mirror and have some of them written out and just do it and see if you can sound like them. Great exercise. The next thing I'd like you to do, read something and do a 1 or 2 minute recording. Video would be better, talking about what you read or you saw or even something you were looking at. Then self-assess yourself. How was my pronunciation? How was my intonation? How was my vocabulary? Could I have added some more vocabulary? Was my grammar okay? Was I easy to listen to? Was I coherent? Did I express myself well? Did I develop the idea properly? And if you're not satisfied with that recording, just do it one more time and just make a few corrections, add a little vocabulary if you want to, and then do this several times a week. Make a huge difference. The main thing is building your confidence. Be confident by preparing well. Remember, ask me for a list of common phrases during business meetings. I'll send you a PDF if you'd like. Just learn a number of these, and if you can, learn, say, 10 idioms that you can use quite often, and just get used to these. It will impress people so much to hear you using an English idiom. And when you speak, do so with confidence. Look them in the eye. Take an active voice. Don't use the passive so much, and just express yourself. remember, you are good. You deserve attention, and you can do this. Do these simple things, and your English will be so much better. And remember, I'm here to help you. Get in touch with me. I've worked with hundreds of students. And also, I really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, comment on this video. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day. And my name is Burton Langell. I'm a business English coach.